Well, that's it. The final Monday Night Raw from the WWE Thunderdome, with the final segment of the Thunderdome era being probably the best promo Bobby Lashley has ever delivered in WWE. There was, of course, an Alexa's Playground. Alexa Bliss was involved in a match on Raw. There's so much to talk about because this is things you might have missed. But before we start, make sure you hit the like button, and of course, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. So this was the first Playground we've seen in quite a long time, and it was very interesting because nothing's changed. I do wonder if they've held off any changes to the Playground because next week fans are back. Next week things will be totally different. I don't know, because all the graphics were the same. Everything was the same. It's still Funhouse-y. So I wonder if that's because he created it still. But of course, Alexa Bliss was joined by guests in Eva Marie and Doudrop. Yep, and Alexa Bliss loved the name. They did actually get the graphic with their name on as well, which I thought was worth mentioning. But the interaction between Doudrop and Alexa Bliss was definitely cool. It looked like Doudrop kind of liked Alexa, and Alexa definitely liked Doudrop. It was Eva Marie that kind of snubbed the Playground and snubbed Alexa Bliss. And well, no one likes Eva Marie anyway, so that's fine. But in the graphic advertising this Playground, of course there was the Lilly doll. Lilly still there, prominent in the Alexa Bliss story, even though we haven't seen her now, the physical doll, for weeks. But if you want a Lilly doll of your own, they are available now on WWE Shop and Euroshop. About $30, about £20. Very, very cool price. And do you know what? I've actually ordered one. I have. But of course, Alexa Bliss was also involved in a match this week on Raw. The Fatal 4-Way, which saw the first interaction, against each other, of her and the new Nikki Ash, the almost superhero Nikki Cross, that's no longer called Cross, but of course it was Eva Marie and Doudrop coming down, causing a distraction. But this was really interesting because when they did, both Nikki Ash and Alexa Bliss stopped. Both of them. It wasn't a distraction to either of them because they both just stopped fighting. Of course, Alexa Bliss was quite happy to see Doudrop, and Doudrop was quite happy to see Alexa Bliss. Once again, it seemed like they were friends, even to the point where Alexa Bliss was not bothered by Doudrop. She tapped her on the shoulder and went to Eva Marie, and let's just say it became this week's Yowie Wowie moment of the week. Well, one of them anyway.
This is the diner. Doudrop, come on!
Alexa Bliss scaring Eva Marie will never, ever get boring to me. But at Eva's command, it did lead to Doudrop attacking Alexa Bliss, dumping her over the barricade. And then when they went over to inspect the barricade, Alexa Bliss had vanished. Thank you, WWE. Last week, you did not tell the story correctly. This week, you did, so I really appreciate that.
We interrupt this broadcast for an important message from Firefly Funhouse News.
Newsbreak.
Everyone's always wondered if The Fiend could have a faction. Well, news broke just yesterday that ex-WWE star Mike Bennett, known in WWE as Mike Kanellis, was apparently meant to portray Sister Abigail. He was talking to Metro and he revealed that he was meant to play Abigail while Eric Young was supposed to play Mercy the Buzzard, and that was supposed to be a faction. There might have been other people he didn't mention. But it seemed very interesting and odd because he mentioned the fact that Vince McMahon wanted this to happen. It wasn't a Bray Wyatt thing, it was a Vince McMahon thing. And it didn't happen. And I think if this was a Vince thing, if Vince really wanted this to happen, well, it would have happened. Vince would not have released these superstars and they would be in that role probably today. And I don't think for that reason that it's true. I just sit there and think, well, we've seen Goldberg beat The Fiend because Vince wanted it. Why would this not happen if that's what Vince wanted? There was a few mentions by the commentary team during the Alexa Bliss match that was very interesting. Of course, when she pulled Nikki Cross down, we've seen her do this move again and again and again. Corey Graves called it Sister Abigail. So they are calling this Sister Abigail. And of course, during Alexa Bliss's entrance, Corey also said that we've only seen the tip of the iceberg of Alexa Bliss's powers. Talking of Alexa Bliss's entrance, of course, The Evil Is Mine, Alexa Bliss's new theme song, is released. It has officially been released by the WWE. It is on WWE Music YouTube channel now, if you want to go and listen to it. Look at Lily's eyes here. Very, very cool. Of course, we see Alexa Bliss actually possess people by looking them in the eye, and I just wonder if that's a power that is Lily's and further proof that Alexa is now Lily. Something you might not know, on Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre destroyed Jinder Mahal's motorcycle. Well, it's because WWE Mattel have a motorcycle wrecking action figure playset already in stores. Drew McIntyre riding literally the same motorcycle he destroyed tonight on Raw. You could buy the figure and destroy the cycle. I think that's kind of fun. Money in the Bank is this Sunday, and WWE obviously advertised it on Raw, and look at this. Look at this. Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, side by side. Yowie wowie. I can't wait for Sunday. Sunday is going to be huge. We are going to be doing predictions on Money in the Bank today, on Tuesday. Later on today, we will release that video. The predictions will be up. I want you all to leave your predictions in the comments of that video, because I love reading you guys' predictions after the show and see who got what right. But it's now time for the second Yowie Wowie moment of the week. And don't at me, I make the rules here. Riddle tipping the Miz back, Miz staying firm in that wheelchair. Honestly, this was absolutely brilliant. Just one of those OMG moments where in a match of Morrison versus Ricochet, which was genuinely match of the night, was just funny as crap, and it was great. There has been some breaking news during Raw about the WWE draft that was scheduled for the end of August, early September. Andrew Zarian reporting that it's actually going to be delayed by about a month. And you got to think it's because of the touring and the fans coming back now, because you got to think about it like this. WWE are advertising shows and ticket sales. How do you know which show to buy a ticket to if you don't know what star's on what show? So I think that's why they're doing that. Of course, this week's Raw was the final Raw from the Thunderdome. This Friday on SmackDown, fans are back. They're back for Money in the Bank and every Raw after that. And we can now but pray he isn't too far behind. Please, please, Bray Wyatt, bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back. I just want the Fiend back. I really do. But if you're missing the Fiend, you could buy the replica burnt Fiend mask again. Right now, it's available again on WWE Shop. It's not available internationally. I've got no idea why. Please, WWE Shop, if you ever watch these videos, make things available internationally. It's just common sense, surely. Lashley's promo at the end of Raw could be the setup for the Fiend's return. There was those rumours that we talked about on Sunday's video about Lashley and the Fiend returning for a title feud. And Lashley saying things about how he wanted to crush people's souls and things like that. I was just sitting there thinking this is the perfect segue to build to a feud with the Fiend. Maybe.
Who the are you?
Sheamus had a new mask on Raw. Twitter loves it, apparently. It's just because he broke his nose. It's not a permanent thing. Once his nose is healed, he will obviously stop wearing that mask. We've seen superstars wear masks in the past before. I don't think there's anything more to it than that. But it does genuinely look really cool. But another WWE superstar's changed their appearance. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. These images revealed of him today with a goatee and a ponytail. He kind of looks like Billy Gunn a little bit. Like, this is not how you'd imagine Brock Lesnar, is it? Let's be fair. It's very interesting now where this Doudrop and Eva Marie story is going to go. We know Doudrop kind of likes other people. Eva Marie just sort of makes her a slave almost, and she has to abide by everything Eva Marie says. That's why she attacked Alexa Bliss. You can't see Alexa Bliss just forgiving this and forgetting it ever happened. Maybe this is a setup for a future match between Doudrop and Alexa Bliss that eventually leads to Doudrop turning on Eva Marie, maybe potentially joining Alexa Bliss. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Give her something really cool to do. I'm all for it. I think that would be a really cool thing and a really cool way to introduce her again to the WWE Universe, because this is a little bit weird with what she's doing with Eva Marie. But it's very cool nonetheless. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. As I said, we will be back later on today with Money in the Bank predictions. Like this video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you as always next time. By the way, this is things you might have missed, episode 45. How insane is that? Thanks for watching. Peace!